Howdy everyone, Pocher here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we're moving into another match of the AI Championships. We're going up Juhu against Nem. They have some great heroes on the board. Danae leader, Goblin Anus leader, so they're two good leaders, even Oraheim. So yeah, they've got some stuff there that they can definitely work with, but then we've got some great support and great damages. Tyros, obviously the one that stands out the most. Then you've got Dexa, but in terms of damage, Tyros is still going to be up there. You got Mizihiku. If you can build something around Mizihiku, you're doing well. Shnicky Beaky would be a good pick if you're versing, if you let your opponent get Karana, for example. So you could almost bait your opponent. Want them to get Karana, then you go Shnicky Beaky. You got some good tanks as well. Really good tanks. So yeah, see what you work around with that. But we'll go into the selections and what these players have picked. So these are the bans and the selections. We'll go over that now. Let me bring up their chat on my screen so I know what these players did. We went with Nem and Juhu. So going through the selection process, we have Juhu winning the coin toss, so going first, and his first selection was Tyros. So Juhu green, Nem white. His was Tyros, giving Nem two selections after that. She went Oraheim and Mizihiku. So I think a very strong choice by Nem. If lucky enough and can land the accuracy decrease, could prevent a lot of damage from the Tyros. Then followed up with that, Juhu went Dexa and Goon. I think Goon probably the best tank on this board in terms of what he can offer. Though these two tanks are really good, Goon is going to allow your enemy to attack someone and then he will put a taunt on. So he's able to separate that damage. He's not going to take the full force, which gives your characters more chance of surviving and getting their abilities out. Then we went Nem, who went Aratar. Aratara. So good damage dealer, self-sustain, the ability to survive a little longer on the field, and Eraser. Now, Eraser, not a horrible character. Decent AoE, can heal, has stat decreases to the enemy. So I think it's a solid choice. Then back to Juhu, who went Dreverard and Drake. So he's gone a heavy tank build with two big damage dealers. So the idea, I think, is just to protect the damage dealers and let them wreak havoc while Nem is trying to sort out these tanks. Now, going into the sub-choices. We have Nem going Blood Emperor, Atar. So again, another tank. And when you consider that Nem has AoE characters, Atar's not a horrible choice because it will trigger his taunt. So yeah, those were the two for Juhu, and Nem going Siegfried, I think was her... Was that not one of her main picks? Oh, sorry, Siegfried was her Nem's fifth pick. My bad. Was her fifth pick, and then her subs were Sneaky Beaky and Torak. So, yeah. I think if I hate saying this, if I had to pick a damage dealer to use, it would be Sneaky Beaky over Torak. Don't quote me on it, though. So those were the selections. We'll jump into the arena now and see how these two teams play out and go from there. So jumping into the first battle, and Juhu has put Blood Emperor as his leader, and Nem has put Oraheim with Oraheim, or Mizihiku, sorry, trying to figure out words there. It's a smart choice, but Blood Emperor, a really good counter because he's going to be able to bypass that Siegfried. That Siegfried almost acting as a useless character here. But as you can see, a lot of damage coming out from Nem. She's almost taking out Goon. Tyros in critical HP. That Sneaky Beaky and Eraser actually has some pretty decent combo. Everything's sucked into the Blood Emperor now. So any abilities being cast are going to be wasted if they carry negative effects. Oraheim very close to dying. Siegfried very close to dying. Eraser very close to dying. And Tyros still in the field. When Tyros spins, he's going to be able to get some extra damage out. There it is. Takes out two of the characters, leaving a 2v2 situation. And these two characters, though a tank and Blood Emperor, they have the ability to do a lot of damage. The bleed is going to start ticking. There is a shield coming out from Mizu, but is it going to be enough? They separate back into themselves. The Dreverard falls, and it is only the Blood Emperor left. Is the Blood Emperor able to carry out the team and kill these two characters? He goes back into big boy form, which is not enough. Very, very close. And the Mizuhiku and the Shinigibiki come through and take out the Blood Emperor, giving the first point to Nem, putting Juhu on the ropes. We'll take the fight over to the contenders. They're going to choose what they want to do with their teams, keep it the same, sub anyone in, out. We'll find out in the next match. Moving into round 2 of Juhu versus Nem, and neither player has subbed out any characters. So Juhu's relying completely on RNG. He's hoping he gets a bit more damage out of his team. Tyros going into critical HP. The slow comes out from Dreverard, the taunt by... Honestly, I was very, very surprised that Siegfried was not substitute, but Nem obviously believes in him somehow. It's down to a 4v3 situation as the evasion is up, so it looks like what's her name? Oroheim may be the target as we continue in this battle. Blood Emperor is about to go big boy form. He does it while Dreverard is still up. That's a big win for him. That's just saving him, and he's able to take out Mizuhiku as the dots take no effect, and Oroheim very close to dying. And it's again Dexa versus the final character, Shinigibiki, as the RNG is a little bit more in the favor of Juhu in the second round, giving him a point each. We'll take the fight over to the competitors, and now we'll figure out what they would like to do in the next round. Jumping into the final match, and Nem has taken out Eraser and put in Aratar. Is it going to make a difference? The Siegfried is taking the first beating, but once the Blood Emperor's turn comes around, he will bypass the taunt. The Tyros spin comes out. He is nearly dead. Goon is nearly dead as well. Siegfried, has Blood Emperor already cast his ability, and has it just not been effective? The Full Metal falls, and Tyros is on the verge of dying. He will die. He will spin. The Siegfried is just soaking up a lot of this damage and allowing for the damage in the back. Big damage on the Dreverard there as Dreverard falls. He's just taken out. It's 2v5, but this is the worst state that I can't even keep up. They're just falling so quickly. Blood Emperor goes into his big boy state, but I just think it is far too late. The RNG substantially different again, but this time not in Juhu's favor. Nem absolutely demolishing the final battle, and I don't even know what happened there. People died so quickly and just out of the blue. And there you go. Nem moving on. Juhu eliminated. That is unlucky. There's definitely not what I would have done in these matches. I would have removed Siegfried early on, but Siegfried seemed to pull through there and got Nem the win. But there you go. There's the next fight for the AI Championships. That was probably the most interesting one we've had so far. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching.